Hello YouTube, this is Darkon633 and today I'm bringing a review of the Transformers Generations Combiner Wars Devastator. Now, I normally don't go straight to the box right off the bat before going to the figure, and that's because this time this box is really huge. The whole toy is part of the Titan class, so it is actually consisted of 6 Voyager class Transformers that form into one giant robot, and I have to admit, this thing is ridiculously huge. Just looking at the box, it's actually a lot thinner than I initially anticipated. I thought it was going to be a little bit of a thicker design. But in reality, they just kind of went with the long-wise kind of box rather than the thick kind of boxes. But anyways, we have a picture of Devastator on the side here, and obviously it does show Devastator here, along with the fact that it does come with the trading card, and 6 different Constructicons as stated here. And on the back, we actually need to stand this up. Hopefully it'll get into the camera. As you can see, it has a picture of Devastator, a little bio. Shows that it's about 18 inches tall, so it's really, really tall. And each of them have just around an average about, I guess, like 10 steps, roughly. A lot of them are less, but that's pretty much it. And on the side, it shows the 6 Constructicons again. And on the other side, it just says Transformers Combiner Wars. So basically, yeah, that's pretty much it for the box. And now we're going to take a quick look at the trading card that it came with. And it's a picture of Devastator, which is pretty much just a shrunken down version of the photo on the box. But as you can see, his arm did get cut off. But that's pretty much it for the contents of the box outside of the figure. Now we'll be going to Devastator itself and the 6 individual Constructicons. And here we have all the Constructicons together in their vehicle modes. And with this, it concludes my week of Transformers Devastation week with Transformers Combiner Wars Devastator. Now, I have to admit, the individual modes look really nice together, and I think Hasbro did a very nice job bringing the figures to life, designing the figures along with Takara Tomy and so on, and I really enjoyed that. They've done a very nice job over the years to finally make the definitive Devastator. For many years, people have been wanting a Devastator along with several different third-party company releases and other custom effect parts for the G1 toy. It's really nice to finally get a hold of all the Constructicons in official release format. Now, Takara, obviously, as I'm going to mention, did a lot better with this, and I'm really enjoying how it's going to turn out at the end. I'm going to be pretty amazed. But anyways, we'll now go on to a quick transformation for the combination Devastator, and because of how complex it is, I'm actually just going to do a little montage quickly just to put it together. Anyways, I'll be back. And now that we finished combining, as you can see, the figure is incredibly massive. It barely gets into the camera, and I had to fiddle around with the settings just to get him on film. He is one of the biggest Transformers we got in the recent age, not including obviously the G1 toys like Fortress Max and Scorpion Egg and all that, but in the recent age, this is one of the largest figures we have up to this date. I don't have Generations Metroplex, so I personally do not know the different scale with it, but we'll now go on to the figure itself. His head is articulated, which can turn 360. It's just on a swivel, and he does have some balancing issues just because of the way that his leg is formed. This thing also likes to pop up, so I'm just going to take it off to the side there. He does have full-on swivels on both arms, so I have to hold on to him so it won't fall apart. And then, does have ratchets. Well, not ratchets, but he does swivel up and down there. He does have a full swivel here. Can also bend up and down. And also has just the full-on one type of fist articulation on both sides. He does have full waist articulation, but it does get kind of hindered thanks to the back of long haul. He does have knee articulation, which is really good. It's really tight ratchet joints. He does have an upward movement, which allows it as long as you pull up the waist piece here. And it can also bend outward, but it's really tight there. You can also swivel around, as you can see there. He does have full knee articulation due to transformation. And his feet can pivot, mostly on both sides. It's got a pivot piece, as you can see. It kind of bends side here, just to quickly show. This one doesn't bend as much, but this one is a lot easier to show, as you can see there. It does have some pivot there. So as you can see, he's pretty well articulated for a figure with such a massive size. Now, the cool part is that, as you could see from the video before, each of the individual pieces do become a different part for Devastator. So it's cool that they actually incorporated that, similar to how they did with Combiner Wars. So it's cool that the other figures, so it's really awesome that it can do that. I have to admit, I'm very impressed with this Devastator, past the slight balancing issues, but I really enjoy the overall design of the figure. And just imagining how Takara actually won-up this figure by adding extra articulation points, better paint, and the individual construction on weapons just blows my mind. Because this figure is just amazing for what it is. For the $150 price, I have to admit this is a very well-designed figure, and I really enjoy what Hasbro has done to release the figure here in this state. And unfortunately, it did get hit with the budget costs, apparently. That's what caused it to go ahead and make it more kind of go away with how much it was costing at retail. They had to kind of cut some corners here and there with the articulation points and a few other things. But overall, I still think Devastator is highly recommended. Either you get the Hasbro Takara or the SDCC version. So already off the bat, there are 3 different versions out. And I highly recommend picking this up. Anyways, please comment, subscribe, and check me out on Hero Otaku for the latest in hero news. Also, check out the channels down below, and check out the WRW podcast and its new channel on the YouTube link down below. Also, check me out on Twitter under Darkon633, and don't forget to comment and subscribe, and I'll see you on YouTube. Bye.